What's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another video. So today I brought my good buddy Mo, who is a professional photographer, and today we're going to compare the image quality of the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus with the Sony A7 Mark III. So, let's go! So guys, we just found this beautiful place close to Vienna, and it is the perfect place to compare a few different shots. Today in this video we'll focus on zoom pictures, wide-angle shots, full body portraits, so a few more normal pictures, and also some headshots with bokeh. So let's see how close a smartphone nowadays comes to a professional camera. The Galaxy S10 Plus is Samsung's brand new flagship smartphone and comes with a triple lens setup in its main camera. Samsung combines the primary 12 megapixel camera and variable aperture lens with a 16 megapixel ultra wide-angle mode and a 12 megapixel 2x telephoto module. DxOMark ranks the Galaxy S10 Plus as the 5th best camera smartphone, but also ranks the brand new S10 Plus 5G as the 2nd best. Now, every manufacturer right now claims that big DSLRs or professional cameras are a thing of the past, but how close are they really? So first we're going to start with a full body shot using a 24 to 70mm Canon lens on the Sony A7 Mark III. To be honest, I'm showing you here internally processed pictures by the S10 because most people shoot in auto, but at the end of this video we'll compare some raw files as well. The results are as expected. The picture from the S10 Plus doesn't look bad at all. It's good enough to post it on social media, but if you have a closer look, you see that there are a few flaws which have been done by the internal software processing. The bokeh effect is rendered by software, and we have come a long way. The edge and object recognition is really good, but still, there are a few areas where it struggles. Mostly under the arm and around closer objects like the tree. Also, it smooths out your skin a lot if you use portrait mode, aka live focus. Now this is what I do a tiny bit in Clarity in Adobe, but on most phones it's usually too much for me. Another topic is general sharpness, which is good, but can't keep up with an expensive lens, and also the general dynamic range. Now you can try to bring down the highlights on a JPEG from the S10 Plus, but soon you will see artifacts. So if you really want to do proper editing, you need to shoot in RAW, which you will see just a bit later. So before we continue in videos, the S10 Plus is the best device you can buy right now because of 4K 60. Making videos isn't really easy, but have you guys ever heard about TikTok? Now, probably yes, but have you ever tried it? So this week I was editing my first TikTok video from my trip in Vegas, and it was a lot of fun, so check this out.
Oh, it's a rich dude!
Now TikTok is mostly known for music and dancing videos, but it starts to adapt to all kind of content. I'm not so into dancing, but I like short and kinda weird videos, so check out this one.
Ich hab dir gerade 10 Sekunden deiner Lebenszeit geraubt.
Alright, now let me show you how to do it. So download the app on iOS or Android, open it up, register your account, and then just press Tap to create. You will now see a video recording interface. Press the red button and hold it to record, and release it to stop in between. You can record up to 60 seconds, switch between the cameras, and after it's done, it edits a full video for you. So it's really simple. You also can add speed, filters, and even music. The music are snippets from famous tracks, so with TikTok you can finally create videos with great music, but no fears of copyright claims. So guys, make sure to check it out. A download link is down below in the description, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok. Now back to the S10 Plus, and let's check out the zoom capabilities. Here we're comparing the S10 Plus with a 70 to 200mm f2.8 Canon lens, a real zoom monster. The 2x telephoto lens on the S10 Plus does a really good job when zooming in, delivering good detail at close and medium range. At longer zoom ranges, however, it cannot keep up with the 5x lens of the Huawei flagship. At 2x optical zoom, the picture looks still very good, but if you go beyond that point, you get into digital zoom, and this is where it gets really messy. Also, the processing and sharpening really kills the outer edges of objects, because as you can see, the tower here looks very distorted. Still, the Samsung scores well for zoom performance. We even had luck because the moon was showing up and we could take some pictures of the moon. And this shot was again a 10 times zoom, and check out how the digital zoom messes up the outer edges of the moon. So here's a sneak peek for the next video, because what you see here is the P30 Pro at 10 times zoom. This is crazy. It's now time for some nice bokeh headshots. The S10 Plus is using here the live focus feature, and there are plenty of different effects which might look cool, but they are so different to a real good looking bokeh, so check this out. The Samsung's bokeh simulation mode is really one of the best I've seen. The effect comes with good isolation of the foreground subject, a nice blur gradient, very accurate around the edges, and it gives a pleasant bokeh shape. So it's really a simulated bokeh effect that is pretty close to the real thing. But still, if you have a nice portrait lens or take them with a telephoto lens, in my opinion, smartphones will still have a long way to go. However, I really like the S10 Plus color rendering, which is very pleasant under most conditions, and even in tricky lighting situations, it's doing good. There are also different effects like selective color or some weird bokeh modes, but I don't really like them at all. Now let's compare some wide-angle shots. The ultra-wide lens is a 13mm equivalent lens, and we have compared them with my 16-35mm f2.8 G Master lens. The S10 Plus is a little bit more wide, but also the distortion is crazy. There's even a feature which says distortion correction on the S10 Plus, but to be honest, it doesn't help a lot. So the main difference is distortion, also the details and sharpness. So it's really amazing that you can have such a lens in such a tiny device with that good quality, but the quality compared to a mirrorless camera or DSLR is not that good. It's actually common sense, but I do like these comparisons to show how far phones got nowadays. So we're now here on my Huawei MateBook X Pro, and let me quickly show you some raw files and the differences. Well, the DNG file is right over here from the Galaxy S10 Plus. If you have a look here at the file size, then you can see it's roughly around 25 megabytes, and a raw file from the Sony camera is almost double this size, so there is more information inside. Well, I already opened up Photoshop, so this is from the Galaxy S10 Plus, and this is actually looking beautiful. So if we're gonna zoom in here, then as you can see, this is a really big file, and I'm currently screen recording, so it's a little bit slow, but then you can see there is plenty of detail, really nice sharpness here. As you can see around the edges here, the bokeh starts, so this is looking actually pretty cool. I will now quickly open up a Sony file so you can see the difference. So ladies and gentlemen, there we go. This is actually next level. As you can see, check out this nice bokeh, really nice sharpness. If you zoom in here, there is plenty of detail, but you really have to decide for yourself, is that extra detail actually worth the extra file size, the big camera? Well, that's regarding close-ups. Now this is another good example for dynamic range and sharpness. So if we bring down here the highlights, as you can see, in the sky, then you can already see some artifacts here on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So we need to pull up the highlights again until that is gone, because that is not looking good. Now if we zoom in and have a look at the plants right over here, so this is by the way my backyard, then there we go guys. As you can see, really nice, really sharp. You can see all the plants here, every single one, really nice texture. And now let's see how that looks on the Sony. So I'll now show you the big difference to the Galaxy S10 Plus. So at the first look, both actually look the same. But if I bring down the highlights here, as you can see, I can still see every detail from the sky, that nice blue gradient here, some clouds. And if I zoom in at the plants right over there, then just compare this to the Galaxy S10 Plus before. As you can see, wow, this is even like, oh my god, that was too much. Let's do 200. Then as you can see every single plant here, and it's looking really, really sharp. So that is next level. Alright, so here's another shot from the Galaxy S10 Plus, and as you can see, the sky here is way too bright. So let's see if we can recover something out of the sky. So let's bring down the highlights, And as you can see, now we can almost see the roof right over there. Let's bring the highlights a little bit more down. And there we go, not the shadows, just the highlights. And as you can see, we can see a little bit from the other house here. So it is looking better. If you have a look here at the flower, then you can see plenty of detail. It's really sharp. It's looking actually really good for a smartphone. That's actually incredible. Now let's see how it looks on the Sony. And ladies and gentlemen, there we go. So let's bring down the highlights here. And there we go. As you can see, yeah, we cannot really see the other house because the bokeh is too strong, but no artifacts. It's still looking pretty good. That's actually really fine. If we have a look here at the flower, then oh my god, check this out, guys. This is super sharp, super nice. So the main difference is a little bit more sharpness and detail in the raw files from a big camera. Way better dynamic range, but you really have to decide for yourself. Is the big camera worth it to carry it with you just for that extra amount of detail, dynamic range and sharpness? Alright, so as you can see, raw files are providing some flexibility in editing. But even though the S10 Plus has a fantastic camera, smartphones won't replace professional cameras so easily. So big thanks for watching. Make sure to add me on TikTok and check out the app, link down below. As always guys, I'm Steven from TechMagnet and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day and bye.